Have until October 15th to submit updated physicals and immunization records to their school districts, and if they're not done by law, schools can remove those kids from the classroom.
As Sam Matheny shows us, some districts still have a high number of kids who haven't turned those in yet.
Some school districts, like Unit 5, require all immunizations and physicals to be submitted by the first day of school. Others require medical records to be submitted by the state's October 15th deadline. According to Peoria Public Schools, 66% of all students were out of compliance at the beginning of the school year. As of October 2nd, 17% still need to submit them. At 4 schools, more than half of the students were out of compliance. Sterling Intermediate was the highest at 54%. In Tazewell County, most students got their records in.
Last year, just under 95% was our protection rate here in Tazewell County in terms of school-age children having all of the vaccinations and immunizations that they're required to by the state.
Tazewell County Communication and Health Education Specialist J.D. Rachi says it's a good number, but one they would like to see increase. A staff member at Washington Intermediate in Pekin says 106 graders out of 420 total students still need to submit their medical records. Rachi says some infectious diseases have been more common in the county, reinforcing the need to be protected.
2021, 2022, and 2023, each year, one case of pertussis, which is better known as whooping cough. This year alone, 27 cases of pertussis, and this is something that can be pretty much taken care of by making sure you're up to date with your vaccinations.
For more information on where your child can get vaccinated, the Peoria and Tazewell County Health Department websites have a list of clinics you can go to, or you can go to your local pharmacy. In Tremont, Sam Matheny, 25 News.